In this series, I shall be explaining the A to Z of what a refugee is, how refugees have to face discrimination, especially regarding LGBT refugees, the journey they take to get to a safe country, the ways in which they can, the visas, the applications for asylum, etc., and different countries and their processes and how to get refugee status. And then also how to do the refugee interview and any other questions you might have. Hello and welcome to the refugee series. This topic is a large topic and it will be broken up into many small separate videos. Okay. So the first one, what is asylum? Asylum is when you go to a safe country and you ask for protection and support. So if you are experiencing some difficulties in your home country, persecution basically, persecution to the stage that your life is in danger, then you can ask another country that's safe for asylum. This is similar to asking for refuge. A refuge is asking someone for protection, and in this case it's asking for protection from a safe country. So a refugee is someone who has been classified legally as a person who has a well-founded fear of persecution from their home country and therefore has a legal right to remain in their safe country. So an asylum seeker asks a safe country for asylum and then after it's approved becomes a refugee. Perfect. The difference between migrants and refugees. So a migrant is someone who goes to a new country, which they think would provide them with more opportunities, income, and benefits to do with their family. This is different to a refugee. A refugee or asylum seeker before they become a refugee is actually seeking protection from the persecution they are experiencing in their home country. Now, an asylum seeker can be classified as a migrant in these instances. For example, in the 1951 Convention on Refugees by the UNHCR, it talks about the fact that when asylum seekers go away from their home country where they're experiencing persecution, they must ask for asylum and refuge in their first safe country. So for example, if someone is being persecuted for being gay in Syria, the first safe country they come to, say for example they take a flight to France on a tourist visa, or they go on a truck and they get off at in Paris or France, they must seek asylum in that first safe country. In that safe country, they will have their fingerprints taken and their documents and names, etc. However, if that asylum seeker refuses to remain in France for whatever reason, whether they want to go to another country because they think that country has more economic benefits for them, or they can speak the other country's language better, they would be classified as a migrant. So for example, if an asylum seeker goes to France but then refuses to stay in France to get refugee status and instead forces their way to another country like the UK or Germany, that would not go alongside the 1951 Convention of Refugees, where you are meant to ask for asylum in the first country that you arrive in, first safe country. And the last definition I'm going to do in this video is persecution. So in the 1951 Convention for Refugees, it says that an asylum seeker must have a well-founded fear from persecution. So This means either you have been persecuted or you are afraid that you will be persecuted. And persecution is not the same as just having people call you names, okay? So persecution is quite a strong word. It's where your life is in danger. You are potentially going to be killed. You have been tortured. So in countries where there's the death penalty or life imprisonment for being LGBT, or where you are actually mobbed and mob rule and you being attacked and killed, and you've had many instances happen against you where your life's in danger, or where you think, because of the way the country is made up, because of the laws or the lack of legal protection, because of the way the police force doesn't operate, and the community thinks that you would be killed or something would happen if they find out that you're LGBT, or that they have already found out that you're LGBT and it's just a matter of time before they kill you or attack you or torture you. So a well-founded fear of persecution is the important part there. So in the next video, I will go into detail about why someone would want to escape or run away from their home country and come to a safe country, and also the different methods in which they do and that they can. So I look forward to seeing you in the second video in the Refugee series, which complements my new book, which is out soon, called Refugee Gay.